morning, everyone. We're team number 2, and my name is Eyad Alharbi, and alongside me is the rest of my team, but they're not showing on camera. Today, we'll be discussing the topic of customer demographics and in-store purchases. More specifically, from this data analysis, we hope to solve the business problem of figuring out which demographic factors that relates to consumers affect their in-store purchasing rate and how strong of an effect that has on the in-store purchasing rate. And I'll pass it on to Alex to discuss the data source that we used to conduct this analysis.
Okay, thanks, Eddie. Our data source is a survey of 1,003 adults aged 19 and older. They were conducted by Pew Research Center between January 3 to 6 in 2013. And Pew Research Center provides large questionnaires of datasets that are gathered by either conducting surveys or filling out questionnaires. This survey was done as a part of Pew Research Center's Internet and American Life project. So what is Pew Research Center? It is a nonpartisan American think tank based in DC. It provides information on social issues, public opinion, and demographic trends shaping the US and the world. It conducts public opinion polling, demographic research, media content analysis, and other empirical social science research. It doesn't take explicit policy positions. It's a subsidiary of the Pew Charitable Trusts. And now I will pass to Becky to introduce the data summary.
So our dataset actually contains the information of 1,003 customers' information. And in recent years, we all know that with the booming of online shopping, the in-store purchasing rate and revenue has been greatly affected, and we're trying to prove that point by analyze our data. So here we have variables such as rural and urban. So when a customer lives in a rural area, this variable is going to equal to 1, and when urban variable is equal to 1, the customer lives in the urban area. Now, when these two variables both equal to 0, this customer is going to live in suburb. And next variable, when sex is equal to 1, the customer is a female. And according to what we gathered from the U.S. Census Bureau, we found out that customers who age from 19 to 34 are going to be categorized as young age customer group. And a customer who age from 34 to 54 years old are going to be categorized as middle-aged customers, and anything from above. So when these two variables both equal to 0, we're going to get a customer who age from 54 and above. And next up, in the survey question of our dataset, there are 3 income levels. So any customer who has an income level annual income level lower than $35,000 a year are going to be categorized as a low-income level group, and anything above $70,000 are going to be categorized as high-income level groups. And again, when these two variables are equal to 0, we're going to get a customer with average income level. So here is our analysis table. Our dependent variable is the successful in-store purchasing rate. And from these p-values, we can see that rural, urban, and sex, these 3 variables have a p-value bigger than 0.05. And so these 3 variables are insignificant in our result. Now we're just focusing on the age of customers and the income level of customers. Next up, we have our regression model. So we can see here the coefficients of both young age and middle age variables are positive, and the coefficients for low income and high income level are negative. Here we use the 2 sets of dummy variables to represent 3 variables each. Here are our results from analyzing this dataset. So we have 3 customer segments, young, middle-aged, and old. From all of those 3 customer segments, we found out that a young customer with an average income level would have the in-store purchasing rate of 8.91 and 13.45 for a customer who's who age from 34 to 54 and has a average annual income level. And finally, we have 7.28 for an old customer who has an average income level. Comparing all of these three percentage, we find out that our target customer group is who age from 35 to 54 years old and have an annual income from $35,000 to $70,000 a year. And now I will pass it on to Taylor to talk about our limitations and implications.
According to an article from entrepreneur.com, understanding the demographics of your target customer is critical for the success of your business. Demographics can affect a business's pricing, promotions, packaging, and location. Some people may think that women or people with high incomes would make more in-store purchases than men or people with lower incomes. However, our analysis has shown that you cannot base your target customers off of your own assumptions. You have to use statistics. Our research has shown that age and income are directly related to whether or not you purchase something in store. Therefore, if we were to give our analysis to a company, they would easily be able to find out who their target customers are. This survey shows that the target customer would be middle-aged with an average annual income. There are a few limitations to our data analysis results. First, there are only around 1,000 participants in the survey. Although this is enough data for us to do an analysis, it is not a full representation of the U.S. population. If we were to do an analysis on the entire populations, our results may be different. Second, this survey was conducted in January 2013. Therefore, things could have changed since then, but this was the most recent information that we were able to find. Another limitation is that we were not told what market this survey was conducted for. It is unclear what kind of products the people in this survey were buying or what stores they were buying the products from. We also believe that the high amount of people who use online shopping these days may have affected how many people made in-store purchases during the time of this survey. Lastly, some of the demographics were not significant and a few people did not answer the survey. Those who didn't answer may have made our results different, but we believe that these limitations do not affect our final results significantly. Now, Eyad will conclude our presentation.
Thank you, Taylor. So in conclusion, from our data analysis, we have found out that consumers who are aged from 35 to 54 years old and also make an annual income that is equal to the average U.S. annual income, which is around from $35,000 to $70,000 per year, have the highest in-store purchasing rate. Also, we've figured out that some demographic factors such as gender and region are insignificant factors in relation to the in-store purchasing rate. And here's our references that we used in the study. And now we can welcome any questions from the audience.